Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, two shows getting assistance to craft their VIPs, Kayuni Mazaruni reintroducing CPC's distance education training, and the national consultations for formulation of an adolescent health strategy begin. Stay tuned for the details of these and more.
The future of Guyana has never looked better. Our nation is on the cusp of a development program like never seen before. While Guyana is now emerging as an energy giant through the discovery of massive reserves of oil and natural gas, it is your government's intention that the huge benefits emerging from this will go where it matters most, to you, the people of this beloved country. There is a surge of confidence in the way Guyana is governed once again, and the level of investor interest is unprecedented. Guyana is poised to become the breadbasket of the region, and the pace at which this nation will grow through prudent fiscal management will be nothing short of impressive. But more than anything else will be the way every Guyanese, regardless of color, class, or creed, becomes a part of this historic period of national transformation, sharing in the wealth and well-being of it all as one Guyana.
InfoHub begins with an update from the Project Management Office, which falls under the purview of the Ministry of the Presidency. That office has been collaborating with the Office of Climate Change and other agencies to ensure the implementation of mitigation and adaptation projects. Details from Stacey Carmichael.
Head Project Management Office within the Ministry of the Presidency, Dr. Marlon Bristol, provided an update on several projects that have been signed with international agencies. Dr. Bristol said the Sustainable Land Development and Management Project and the ICT project for hinterland, poor and remote communities, signed in November last year, are in the startup phase. The agreement for the implementation of the Cunha Canal project was signed in 2016 and is currently ongoing. This forms part of the country's adaptation efforts.
In 2017, we worked on bringing forth the Green State Development Strategy project. That project focuses on delivering our national development document. Also, we worked on bringing forth the Sustainable Land Development and Management project. We also worked on the ICT for hinterland, poor and remote communities. So those projects are all now signed, approved by the GRIF, and some of them are in full implementation.
Several projects, including the green tourism and biodiversity projects, are in the pipeline for execution.
We have some hurdles to cross, and as soon as we cross those hurdles, we'll be able to bring forth the other projects in the pipeline, which is green tourism, reduction in the loss of biodiversity, and adaptation, including some work we're supposed to be doing with regards to the opting-in of communities, forested communities.
The major challenge, Dr. Bristol said, is the release of the fifth and sixth payments into the trustees' account by the government of Norway. There has been an agreement between President David Grange and the former Minister of Environment of Norway in relation to this matter. The criteria for the release of these funds include the completion of the Green State Development Strategy and the Renewable Energy Policy. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
After a 15-year hiatus, the Kayuni Mazaruni region is reintroducing the Cyril Potter College of Education's Distance Education Training Program. Here is Stefan Gabriel with this report.
The program will see persons being trained in the teaching profession for the region's nursery and primary schools. The move comes after residents demanded to have trained teachers in the region's schools, especially since it was difficult to attract trained teachers from the coast. Regional Education Officer with responsibility to Region 7, Akbar Chindu.
We had it before, but that's over 15 years ago. I've been trying and to get the program on stream. And recently we got a positive reply in that the Trained Teacher Certificate program will commence in the region. We have the modules will be here shortly. The Distance Education Unit of CPC, they informed us that we'll have two branches here. We'll have one in Central Bartico, which will cater for teachers from Lower and Middle Mazaruni. And in the Upper Mazaruni, we'll have a branch at Cameron.
The teachers will meet twice a month and be tutored by trained graduates at 2 locations in the region.
tutorial sessions for the first semester is expected to be from April 11th to the 13th. And in Bartica, we're hoping to have that training at the Learning Resource Center. And at Camarang, it is going to be at the Education Office. For the first semester, it is just 4 areas they will be having. The 4 subject areas will be English Proficiency 1, teaching across the curriculum, teaching methods, and introduction to curriculum.
Trainee teachers will wear the CPC uniform while attending classes and during school hours, as is done on the coast. The move signals a major step in the effort to alleviate the lack of trained teachers in the hinterland regions. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
Fathers urged to do more as the Child Care and Protection Agency, CPA, launched its Back to Basic Toddlers Reading Program in Upper Demerara, Berbice. Sanika Thorne tells us more.
At the launch of the 1 Mile Health Center, CPA Director Anne Green emphasized meals' importance and pressed healthcare workers to implement a day in which fathers will visit the clinic with their children.
We got to get back to the time when children learn to read on the laps of their parents. And like the chairman said, I am sorry that more men is not here today. Men, they must got the baby father day at the clinic.
Linden's outgoing Mayor Carwin Holland said that it is important that children learn to appreciate books and reading stories from an early age, since it is critical to their development and ability to comprehend words.
This is an important event. We need to encourage our children with reading. And if you look at the photograph, I think I saw a photo of a mother holding the child. I just want to say that the men play a very important role in this aspect too.
A mobile library was also unveiled at the health center, and a Quality of Toddlers book was distributed for persons attending the clinic. The Back to Basics Toddlers Reading Program will be established at over 300 health centers and 360 childcare facilities countrywide. The program is aimed at encouraging parents to read books with their children, preparing them for a formal education. Sinika Thorne for InfoHub.
A workshop is underway to assist Maruka's indigenous leaders to develop their village improvement plans. Tiffany Rojas has the details.
Minister within the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Valerie Garrido-Lo, opened the 4-day workshop on Tuesday.
We need to make plans that would last us for years to come. Sustainable plans. Not plans that will change with the election of new Kushals. We need the people to get on board with these long-term plans.
The indigenous leaders are also being assisted by Conservation International Guyana to prepare the VIPs.
We do have other important things to factor into our planning in these modern times, like the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN and our country's Green State Development Strategy. Climate change is real, and our plans have to factor in ways to safeguard ourselves and to preserve enough of our forests and water for our sustenance.
VIPs are long-term sustainable plans which are expected to guide socio-economic development in indigenous communities. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Stefan Gabriel joins us again to tell us that the Ministry of Social Cohesion over the weekend continued its sensitization and outreach exercises in Cato.
The exercise was spearheaded by Minister of Social Cohesion Dr. George Norton, accompanied by Region 8 Regional Chairman Bonaventure Fredericks and others. Cato residents were enlightened on the ministry's mandate and why similar sensitization exercises are being conducted countrywide. According to the minister, everyone must have equal opportunity and be able to enjoy the same benefits.
Like we've been going to all the different regions to inform you so that you can know your rights and so that you can know that we're working for you to improve on situations that you might be at a disadvantage, and we want to let you know that we are here to help you.
Minister Norton also enlightened residents on his responsibility to culture, youth, and sport. Residents were given the assurance by the minister that they will be able to witness development in all 3 areas. Region 8's Chairman Bonaventure Fredericks said that social cohesion is easier said than done. However, he noted that with the cooperation, anything can be achieved.
And as the government reaches out to the masses, to the population, I want to tell you that social cohesion is not a hard thing to do, but it's one that depends on us, our choices, our minds. It's easy to live, and I can tell you that having that kind of understanding, we will be able to achieve much more than what we are thinking might be hard.
There are plans by the ministry to organize a social cohesion workshop for residents later this year. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
The Ministry of Social Protection, through the National Commission of the Elderly, has launched a training exercise for executives of the Sunset Senior Citizens Clubs in 4 of the 10 administrative regions. Seneca Thorne joins us again.
At today's launch of the training exercise, Director of Social Services Wentworth Tanner explained that the idea is to get feedback about issues and concerns that seniors have.
I think it would be unfair for decisions and policies to be made without the involvement of seniors.
Tanner said the groups will be used as a vehicle to ensure all seniors benefit from programs implemented by the government.
Moving forward, we're hoping to foster an even closer relationship with the groups that are gathered here today and those groups that will be included eventually from each of the 10 administrative regions.
7 groups participated in the training exercise. Participants will be educated on the roles and responsibilities and the objective and outlook of the National Commission of the Elderly. The Sunset of Senior Citizens Club were established in Regions 2, 3, 4 and 10 to serve as guides for government's policies for the country's seniors. Seneca Thorne for InfoHub.
We close InfoHub with Delicia Haynes, who tells us that a workshop was held today for national consultations for the formulation of an adolescent health strategy.
The 3-day workshop will engage stakeholders from other key sectors in adolescent health, as well as teenagers from key secondary and tertiary schools. PAHO, WHO, UNICEF and UNFPA partnered with the Public Health Ministry to highlight the fact that adolescent health has become a national priority. Minister within the Ministry of Public Health, Dr. Karen Cummins, in her opening remarks, noted that the collaboration of all those participating in the workshop will help to identify relevant health indicators, contributing to a sound national strategy.
In order to improve the health and achievement of youth and ensure their maturation into productive members of society, the collaborative effort of families, schools, public health, non-governmental and faith-based organizations, other stakeholders, as well as the youth themselves, is required. The very necessary collaboration is precisely why this forum is intrinsic for bringing together stakeholders from various sectors.
She also detailed the overall importance and timeliness of the strategy.
The need to have a national strategy that imbues the modification of structure and design of our primary care, including safety net services and specialty care, including mental health, sexual and reproductive health, oral health, and substance abuse treatment and prevention services, is of vital importance.
PAHO, WHO, and UNICEF representatives lauded the move to facilitate this workshop and expressed confidence in the overall finished product.
We are confident that this strategy and a company action plan will go beyond sexual and reproductive health, but we look at health in the broader spectrum, at the health of adolescents, looking at mental health, nutrition, psychosocial health, and issues related, for instance, to gender-based violence.
We hope that that this initiative will ensure that we also meet our SDG targets. We will continue to support adolescent health programs in order to ensure that the targets for the global strategy are achieved.
For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
Please remember the Georgetown Public Hospital is offering free eye tests from March 12 to 16 during World Glaucoma Week. Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.